Many know me as Broken Stoner. This is my first recording of a video ever. I'm gonna tell everyone my story, what happened, how I can help you. Because this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to reach out to people who are going through the same thing that aren't quite to the level of the thing, whatever it was that I went through. Okay. This is a mud jug I do chew. That is not good. But anyway, back to the story. Alright. I was 13 years old the first time that I smoked. And it was with my older brother. And we just sat down and, he was smoking something. I'm like, what is that? And I thought it was a cigarette. And he told me it was a cigarette. And I went out and I smoked with him. And I don't really recall much of the high, but then like a couple weeks later I got with my buddy Aaron Cummins and we smoked 6 joints on 2 heads, and I was so high I was like rolling on the ground and like I don't know, like I was tripping out, and I loved it after that for some reason. I was always a wild child. I liked crazy things, and I just really enjoyed getting high. So after that, like, I started smoking every day. I started smoking a lot of mids, Reggie, whatever you want to call it. But that lasted for about 3 years, and I made tons of friends. We'd get together after school every day, smoke. It like became an everyday thing, but definitely by the time I was 15. And I ain't gonna sit here and tell you I smoked an ounce a week, an ounce in 2 days. That never happened. It was, maybe a quarter and like every 4 days on like 2 heads. But anyway, when I turned 17, my parents are separate, so I live with my mom, and like she moved to Virginia, and I moved with her, and I continued to smoke. But what happened was I started to isolate myself because I didn't have friends. And I don't know if this is related to isolation, because I don't know. I really can't tell you. But I started smoking way better strains, Occasionally back then I would smoke a good ass strain of fucking shit. But down here I could get 12 to 14% buds, always. And I just did that every day. Wake and bake, wake and bake, wake and bake every day for like a year. Okay. And like I didn't think anything of it because I've quit before, and for a month or two, and like I didn't go through what I went through. So anyway, I was like, this is becoming too much. I'm getting high way too much. So I quit smoking for a couple weeks right before I turned 18. Alright. And I put down my shit, and then like one day I'm having a super fucking bad day just out of nowhere, and I smoke again. Alright, I smoke a lot, I probably smoked a .5 to the face of like a 14% bud, and like I had a hell of a panic attack. That's how I can explain it to you. And like ever since then, life's been different. My life has changed dramatically. I'm not going to necessarily say it's for the worst. I'm going to sit here and say that it's for the worst if you look at it that way. At the time, it was for the worst, but I went to hell, pretty much. Let me explain this. The first 3 months, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I would sit here and I would Google every little symptom I was having. I was thinking I was going insane. But, someone going insane, they don't know that they're going insane. So, I mean, I know this now. Clearly, I know this now. But, and slowly, like, the symptoms started to get less and less and less. But as time went on, I just kind of I still felt lost. I had like distorted vision. Some of the things in my visual pattern still don't look right to this day. This is a year and almost 6 months. I'm 8 days from a year and 6 months completely sober, besides drinking a couple beers very occasionally. I mean, like once every 3 months maybe. I haven't done any drugs. I haven't done shit besides, nicotine. but I dramatically cut down the amount I was using. I fucking halved it. Like, I've been using half of what I used to use back when I was smoking, but not anymore. Anyway, this was just like, I just wanted to update people and tell you what I was going through, and a lot of the times I just thought I was going insane, and I'd have all kinds of crazy symptoms, and like I still have anxiety to this day, and things still quite don't look right, you know. But I feel like I've isolated my brain, and I've become numb to everything that's going on, and that's what you have to do. You have to not care, you know. You can't care about anything. Like, that may seem like a bad thing to say, but you can't listen to your mind. You just gotta keep going and like just not worry. You know, I completely quit talking to people. Back then, I look at myself as if it was the weakest point of my life, if I was the weakest that I have ever been, and I might have been. I probably was, you know, because I completely gave up on life. I laid around, sitting in bed all day, smoking, sitting here taking fucking bong rips, you know, and that's not how life's supposed to be. For anyone who's, you know, 14, 15 years old, who smokes and thinks it's cool, it is cool, alright, but the key word is occasionally it's cool. Never get to the level of where you're smoking every day and you're waking baking every fucking day and you expect nothing to happen, because let me tell you something. What comes up comes down. Alright? And when it comes down, it fucking hits you in the fucking face with a baseball bat. And I'm not shitting you. You'll be so depressed. And luckily for myself, I deal with depression so well. I'm still depressed. But I ain't to the level where I used to be. But I can handle it and not want to go slit my wrist and get pissed and go jump off a bridge, you know, like some Hollywood undead. But anyway, this was just supposed to inform people that don't get to that level. It is addictive, and you know, I have an addictive personality. My dad's a meth head, and my fucking brother, he drinks a lot. And I used to smoke a lot, you know, but now I've changed. I've had to change the person I was. And now I'm just focused on work and school, and I'm just trying to make something of myself. And that's all you really can do. Okay? I'm not seeing no light at the end of the tunnel. And you know, it's a year and 6 months later. I ain't seeing no fucking light. There's not been a light. Alright? But you know, every day, I keep going. And you gotta have that mentality. If you don't have that mentality, you're gonna get fractioned. You're gonna get fucking devoured. And you're gonna be depressed and anxious, and you'll be laying around. I just hope people don't go through this, because I really wouldn't wish it on anyone. Really wouldn't. DPDR, went through it all. Multiple panic attacks. Fucking at one point I was having them every night. I just hope people listen, you know, because it's not cool. It's not cool when you get to that level. It's not. You start to fucking, like, I forget. I got to the point where I forgot what being normal was like, and it tripped me out. It tripped me out so bad being normal. But anyway, this has been a crazy video, I know, but 19 years old. I'm hoping things get better. Sorry if my hat's been, like, distracting anyone. And keep going on your recovery, guys. Stay strong. Broken stoner. And I fucking been going to the gym too. That's been something positive for me. Trying to get my bench up and everything. Deadlift, squat, fucking all that shit. I've been trying to get it up, but just hope that y'all make it through.